Hello everyone and welcome to the Seedify YouTube channel and Game Changer show. Today I will sit down with the COO of Litlab Games, Javier, and we will discuss their foray into the world of esports and blockchain gaming. We will cover such topics as development of their first blockchain game Cyber Titans, long-term plans and goals of the company, and their plans addressing issues such as scalability and inclusivity within the industry. Whether you are an aspiring game developer or a seasoned pro, this conversation is sure to provide valuable insights in the future of gaming and the role of blockchain in that future. Join us now for that exciting and informative conversation. But the most important, don't forget to join the IGO on 4th of May. Hi Javier.
Hi, Elena. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Yeah, very good, very good. You're at home, working.
Yeah, as always. All right. First of all, thanks for coming for this AMA. Thank you that you will share some insights of your game and the project itself. But first of all, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit more about your background, maybe some great experience in Web3 space or general in life?
Yeah. Thank you very much for inviting me, the first, and it's a pleasure to be here. Well, I'm Javier Celorrio. I'm the COO and co-founder of Litlab Games. Well, about my background, I am actually an architect, but some people sometimes are like a bit confused. And what are you doing here in Web3? Well, architects has a lot of connection with these kind of things about organization and this stuff. So when I finished my degree and my master, I went to work to Abu Dhabi for a couple of years. We were there like working in a big university, and I hated the market. Really, I hated my profession and everything. So I started studying about Ethereum around 2018, and I got in love with the space. So since then, I joined a master of tokenization and DeFi. Then they hired me as a professor. I'm still helping them. So since then, I've participated in many tokenized projects, like the first film tokenized in the world called Bull Run, that is going to be in the cinemas really soon. I've been working in the first esport team tokenized in the world, that is called Timecodes of Fnatic. Also in a Spanish company called Botun, that is inside the Bank of Spain proposals that are doing now inside the blockchain technology. And since 2021, I've been working in Litlab Games. So this is like a brief introduction of myself.
Nice. I can see huge experience. And I guess this is your destiny. You found yourself in Web3 space. Amazing.
Yeah.
So since we started talking about Litlab Games, and let me ask you, can you tell us a bit more about like history of Litlab Games and how the company was founded? And the most important, what inspired Litlab Games to enter the world of esports and blockchain gaming?
Well, Wes, I think actually it was a request by the market itself. Because people that are gamers, I think, they have suffered this for many years. I don't know if some people that are looking at this played World of Warcraft before, or Second Life, or video games like that.
Yeah.
I did a lot of times.
So, Second Life here.
Yeah, so it's like people were like reselling their stuff outside of the video game. They were like even hiring people to level up their characters and so on. And it has been like this since long ago, because everything is controlled by publishers. So the main thing in the gaming market is that publishers control everything, like Blizzard, Riot Games, Supercell, and companies like that. And the control over the assets, over your experience, over your character, your digital identity is not yours. It's from them, and they allow you to use it. So I think Web3 tools like digital property or NFTs or fungible tokens inside an ecosystem will help a lot Web2 games, and even more esports, because esports is a new entertainment, new generation are loving esports, but the thing is that esports are basing its model as sports, like typical sports. And I think it should be somehow different, like interact more with the people and getting them inside. So Litlab Games came as an idea in order to change this status quo, let's call it. So the company is founded by 4 people, Daniel, Mark, Carlos, and myself. And we have a very, very, very strong background. I talk about myself, but they have like a super huge background in the esports scene. Actually, Daniel, the CEO, is the world champion of Clash Royale. I think a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah, he was world champion. I don't remember when, with the name Naginata. Then he became like a player for Barcelona Football Club, Valencia. He became coach for them. Then they started a company. They were working directly with Supercell, organizing the world tournaments for Clash Royale. So they know even better than myself what is happening in the market and what the market needs. And Litlab Games is here in order to change this, to decentralize these publishing tools and offering Cyber Titans and more games that will come to the users.
Nice, amazing. So for now, you guys have only one game, right? Cyber Titans, and more is coming, correct?
Exactly. We have been developing since 1 year and a half. Cyber Titans, the official version, full version, is 100% playable. I mean, people is playing it since September. We had the alpha, then the beta. We were in tournaments and physical events and everything. Here, I think we flipped the coin because we first released the video game because we wanted people to try the video game, and then we're gonna release the token. Why? Because we want the token to have a real to be backed by a real product, so people can use it, and it's a real product. So it's 100% playable. You can download it in Elixir. Actually, we are the top 1 played video game in Elixir Games, and yeah, I invite you all to try it.
Nice, amazing. So it's absolutely playable right now, and it's free to play, correct?
Exactly. It's 100% free to play. You don't need any kind of NFTs or pay any fees or whatever. No. 100% competitive, 100% free to play. And very important, it's not a pay to win. If you have better NFTs, let's say, you don't have more advantage to win in front of another user. So it could be comparable with Teamfight Tactics or League of Legends or Valorant. Like these NFTs, these skins, these cosmetics gives you a lot of utility inside the game, but never, it will give you advantage in the gameplay. So free to play.
So how to win then? What will give me advantage? Do I have to invest my time, right? I guess, and skills.
Exactly. You have to be good. Exactly. So it's like here, we could compare the Cyber Titans with, let's say, a mix between card games like Magic, the Gathering, a very old one, chess, and poker. Why? Because it's not 100% skill based. There's a randomization factor. There's this spicy, let's say, spirit that can make a game totally change. We have the Crystal Challenge, if you play the video game, that can actually change everything in the game in the turn 5 or in the turn 9. Like, for example, in poker, when you get like 2 aces or something like this, if the other is way better than you, there's a point that he can do anything about it, because luck is another factor of gaming.
Right. I see. So since we already started talking about Cyber Titans and games from Litlab Games, could you please walk us through the development of the game, or maybe share some behind the scene things?
Okay.
Yeah,
for sure. Like,
more to see what's going on,
Yeah, I can actually show you how we work. We have like an agile way of working. We work in a Scrum. So everything that we work is already here. Maybe you find some things in Spanish because the team is working in Spanish. But in order to explain you a bit, we have like the art department from one side, then we have the tech department from the other side, and then we have the management department and marketing one. So here you can see the full channels.
How big is the team?
Right now we're 28 people full time.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we have been building for 1 year and a half, and but 95% of the people is focused on product. That is different from other projects sometimes that they are focused on Web3 and this thing. So But well, here you can see it, like the art, for example. I will show you the process for
Okay.
going through. Like, for example, this is a new, well, this is a leak that we are doing right now, but it's fine. Don't worry about that. We're working on the Frost battleground, let's say. And the first thing to do it is to concept it. So we have Ajax here that is working on the concept artist of concept art of this model. You will see like WIP, that means like work in progress, a lot of work in progress and everything. And then it goes to the 3D modelers that they are doing right now. So here you can see how it's looking more or less.
Nice.
Like,
that's sick.
And like, yeah, it's quite good. And then we have developed a tool for advertising in real time. Here we put like stay warm, but and then it comes the animation. The thing about animation is that in the battlegrounds we don't have animation, but in the characters we have. Like for example, Volunder, we are changing the animation of Volunder. Here maybe you can see a little bit laggy because I'm streaming, but when you see the model itself, like the animation is amazing. Then, for example, you have our general, we have the art focus on marketing. These are the different campaigns that we are doing. Everything like this is done at home, like 100% in-house, everything. So this is the video we released about the tournament before. Then it talks about BNB chain, about blockchain, everything. Here you can see the feedbacks from the version that we are playing, the web development, and everything. So yeah, more or less, this is how we work.
Great, nice. That is cute. That is nice that you are able to share like what's going on in the company with the audience, with
yeah, I think like yeah, totally. It's like I've always been like a early investor in like all my life. I really like to do it. And what I missed from some projects is like to meet the team itself, know that they're like real persons with real problems, and they have like how they work and how is everything developed in the product behind, rather than the token and everything like this. Like, are they a serious team? Are they building something good? So yeah, no problem with that. You can ask whatever you want.
Nice, amazing. I think this question is very important because, especially for Web3 gaming, that is like problem that every Web3 gaming should focus on and like should try to solve it. How does Litlab Games plan to address the issue of scalability within blockchain-based games? And what steps are you taking to ensure that your games can handle a large number of users? And the most important, how are you planning to get those gamers, those users?
Well, yeah, that's a very good question, because here you have two ways of scalability. It's like the on-chain transactions through blockchain, and then you have like the product itself. It's like if thousands of people are playing the game at the same time from different countries, like how can you handle this? So right now, our servers, talking about product, our servers are in Europe. And the good thing about our video game is Cyber Titans is an auto battler. The latency problem is not that high as if it was a shooter or a fighting one, or video games like Fortnite, like League of Legends, something like this, because this is a turn-based. So it doesn't become a high problem. Like imagine playing chess with someone from China. Like it doesn't matter. You don't need like crazy mechanics that are instant and will change actually the game. It's like a card game, turn-based, so no problem with that. But we want to actually keep making things more softer, because right now, for example, we've gained a lot of people from South America, from Argentina. We went there in the Gamergy last 2 weeks, I think. So a lot of people was crazy about the game, and it's true that the game there, the response is a bit later than in Europe. But we are planning to deploy some servers there in South America, and our next plan is to expand ourselves to Asia when we attack these targets. So it won't be any problem scaling little by little. But to be honest, right now there's people from Hawaii playing, Cuba, Argentina, China. You have people in Vietnam, people in Europe, so they can play the game. They are liking it. So right now, no problems of scalability.
No wonder you're the most playable in Elixir.
Yeah,
It's a very smart move, I would say, to expand to Asia, because Asians are crazy about gaming. I used to live in
yeah.
Southeast Asia for 13 years, and like
Oh,
everyone in
really?
subway, everywhere, they're just playing the game on their
Yeah, I
phones.
know.
Yeah, but I believe you're also going to expand and to have phone version, right?
Exactly, exactly. It's like you were talking about the mobile version. So yeah, and I've been like in Southwest. I love Asia. Like I
Oh, me too.
really try to go every year. So it's amazing. And the mobile version about Cyber Titan is gonna come this year. It's gonna come between Q3, Q4 of this year. So
Nice.
right now the PC version is 100% playable, but it's true that it's more difficult to deploy on mobile when you are like designing on computer, you are building on computer to change everything there. But the UX UI we have in the video game is super focused on mobile devices. So it will come during this year. It's our next step.
Pretty soon. Okay, and it's gonna be iOS or Android version or both?
Both of them.
Amazing. Wow. You guys are really working hard.
Yeah, we do it. Actually, now it's playable in Mac and Windows. So it's
Ah,
like moving
nice.
this to there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing working
Nice,
hard.
amazing. Okay, let's move to the next question. It's more important for our investors who are going to participate in upcoming IGO. So
Okay.
let's talk about the LITT token and what is the most important utilities and benefits of owning LITT token. Why should our investors invest in LITT token?
Okay. Actually, if you want, I can share you like some images that explain way better the way it works.
Sure, that would be great.
Okay. So yeah, I think this is a slide that defines how the LITT token works in the ecosystem because this is an off-topic thing, but some people in the Web3 environment, they think that tokenomics and token economics are the same, and these are not the same. And I explain you why.
Okay, please explain. Because I was about just to ask, what's the difference?
Okay, the token economics, actually tokenomics is a part of the token economics. So
Okay.
token economics is how the token works in the ecosystem. So how it interacts with the different actors in the ecosystem, with the different smart contracts, with the different utilities. And the token economics is mathematically how it works. Like what's the minting process, the burning fees, what's the unlocking schedule, vestings, categories, and
Right.
so on. But I think that the most important thing in a project is how useful, because we're talking about, every time people is talking about utility tokens, and 90% of the times are not useful. And it's like, how you call it like utility token if it's not a utility inside your ecosystem?
Agree.
So here you can see how the LITT token works in Cyber Titans. And most important thing is that the LITT token is going to be used in every single video game that Litlab Games is going to release. Like we are not going to create new tokens. We have a max supply of LITT tokens, and every single video game that we create is going to use the same one. So the utility will be exponential on time. We plan to do 5 games in 5 years. So Cyber Titans is our first title.
Right. So
Okay.
I can spend my LITT token in every single game you're producing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Gamers will use it everywhere. And also the assets will be cross-game because we're using the same IP, the same amount of polygons. So if you have a skin here, an NFT, you will use it in different games. So it's going to be real cross-game, it's not cross-chain because we use it in the same chain, but it's real cross-game NFT.
Nice. Interesting.
And okay, so I'll come to this one. So in the middle, you can see the LITT token. And in Cyber Titans, we have 2 types of games, the free version or the LITT version. So one is a competitive way of playing, and the other one is like a pre-competitive, we could call it. It's like a free one. You can try your compositions, you can play for free, like a lot of games are doing right now. So you can choose for a single game that is like a quick one, let's say around 15 minutes time for one game, or you can choose the tournament. But here we have different kind of tournaments. We have brackets, we have Swiss tournaments, we have fast tournaments, we have the Grand Slams that actually, if you want, we can speak about the tournament we're releasing right now. It's going to be worldwide after this one. So in tournaments, you will spend, depending, like 2 hours, 3 hours, or even a week, because we can make tournaments for 1 week, a massive one. So they will be changing. But in order to put an example, the games are of 8 players. So 8 players join a lobby. If they play for free, no problem. They play for free, they go out, the game ends, and so on. The winners will take tournament tickets. And these tournament tickets, they can spend them on tournaments with real prizes. So there's a way of monetizing, even if you don't spend $1, in order to have acquisition of users and movement and everything. But then we have the other side. We have the LITT competitive way of playing. 8 players join one table, and let's say this table is a 10 LITT table. So each of them puts 10 LITTs inside. There's a pot of 80. And the game ends. There's a top 1, top 2, top 3, until top 8. The first one takes 50% of what is on the table. The second one, 30%. And the third one, 20%. But there is something more, because if this happened, I mean, the ecosystem is not absorbing value, nothing is happening. We could use fiat money instead of a token. Why we're using a LITT token? Because every time there is a game, 2.5% is directly burned, disappears. So the token is super linked to the activity inside the ecosystem. It's actually a useful one. So let's put the worst scenario possible, that 100 LITT tokens come into the table and go out, because everyone is buying these 100 LITT tokens and then selling them. The buying pressure is 100 and the selling pressure is 97.5, because we have a burning of 2.5%. It means that in the worst scenario, the impact for the token LITT is positive every time someone is playing. Imagine this when you scale it to different games, to different video games, to different tournaments, when people like it, and even they spend in NFTs, in adding farming, so, and more. There's another rake fee of a 2.5%, a key is here called a tournament fee, that imagine you are an esport club, or you are a Web3 company, for example, Chainlink, that is our partner, or Text2, that is our partner, Seedify, that you want to create tournaments for your community. We give you the tools of Cyber Titans, and you organize these tournaments, and you will be raking 2.5% of everything that is played. So imagine you have a huge community, you're an influencer, a KOL, or whatever. You can have a license of Cyber Titans and organize battles like games for everyone that you want. So, and for sure, we have DeFi strategies regarding farming, and we have the NFTs that are purchasable with LITT token.
Wow.
So I think
that's pretty healthy ecosystem, I must say.
Yeah, actually, because we come from some unsustainable economies in the play to earn and these kind of things. We refuse the idea of play to earn. We tell ourselves as win to earn. And it's very simple, because we are super straightforward. It's like you're winning 5 because someone is losing 5. When everyone is winning and winning and winning here, this is when unhealthy ecosystems come alive, and afterwards it's a problem. And meanwhile, communities absorbing value through burning, through raking, NFTs and everything. So, yeah.
Exactly. All right. Could you please tell a bit more about the tournament that is going on?
Yeah. Actually, I can tell you our medium.
Because I know that it's a huge prize pool there. So could you please explain more, like what people do in there, how to win, and so on?
For sure. Actually, we are giving away an airdrop of LITT Plus as fun, because this tournament is sponsored by Seedify, and we have a prize pool of $50,000. It's huge. One of the biggest in the Web3 market, actually. But it's not only one day. This is the beautiful thing, is that you can actually have different multiple options to participate in the tournament. And actually the dates are in our Medium. So if you come here and check them, you can participate. It's free to participate in the tournament everywhere. So everyone can play for that. And we have qualifiers and grand final. The thing is, when does it start? On the 27th of April, and the qualifiers end the 4th of April. But then we will have a last chance on the 5th one, and the great final, the grand final, is gonna come on the day 7th. Okay, this one is gonna be massive because it's gonna be a final with influencers from Teamfight Tactics. Like, it's gonna be huge. Like they have more than 2K viewers in Twitch. We're gonna produce everything in Twitch because actually our last company was the producer for Supercell World Champions. So this is gonna be like a super professional Twitch event. We're gonna bring the influencers. We're gonna bring the qualified people from the different qualifiers that actually happen in Seedify. We hold some of them, then game starter in sports, in the Cubate, and one last chance. So you can actually participate on whatever you want. And the final is going to be streamed 100% with casters and everything on Twitch. So it's going to be like super, super, super cool. We know how esport works, what
I
people
can
like.
see you guys professional. You know exactly what you're doing. That's amazing. Sounds super exciting.
We actually are live in Twitch every day. We have a lot of YouTubers that are streaming Cyber Titans, and if you come here, you can check how is the video game that is 100% real. Here we have Daniel streaming, and he's showing how everything works. And
so basically, he explains how it works, how to play, right?
Actually, now we're creating the tutorials videos that will be live on YouTube with a professional streamer also. But the good thing about Twitch is that you can ask everything in real time. So we are there, you ask whatever you need, and we keep answering the question, giving tips. So yeah.
Nice.
I think that's it.
Perfect. Okay, let's move to, by the way, the IGO date on 4th of May, and following by TG. When is the TG?
8th of May.
8th of May. And any plans to list on centralized exchanges?
Actually, we are in talks with different tier 1 centralized exchanges. We're in talks with some of them, like Bybit, Gate, Wobby, and KuCoin. We are now with the bureaucratic stuff, with the deals, finalizing everything. The truth is that we are super, super focused on the tournament. So it's a thing we have to be doing at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I can see that you guys more focused on the product, on the game, which is great.
Yeah. Actually, we wanted something real. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next question is, what are your future plans? And any great partnerships are coming, any development in the game? Could you please share?
Yeah, for sure. Like we in the long term, we plan, as I was saying before, 5 video games in 5 years. But in the short term of Cyber Titans, we want to develop the Profile 2.0. That is when we integrate all NFTs inside the video game. They can even give you like farming boosts through our pools and everything. Then in Q3, Q4, we want to do the mobile version, and then starting with the new video games. About the partnership, we are closing like huge partnerships that people may not be so familiarized with them because they are from the gaming market itself, rather than we have from the Web3 market for sure, but in the gaming market, these are the boys. Let's say these are the OGs from the gaming market. Like we can see Team Queso Fanatic, we can see some teams I cannot tell, but huge esport teams from South America, from Mexico, from USA. We have teams from Vietnam, from Japan, and events like Gamergy, like DreamHack. For example, in the Web3 space, we have Dex Tools working with us. We have Chainlink, we have BNB Chain as a partner, Seedify, and Swissborg with Xborg. We have passed down Merit Circle. I mean, a lot of wheels. So in this in this side, we are like quite big.
Nice.
Actually, also Ilan from ChangeGPT joined us.
Oh, really?
Also, yeah,
Cool.
he's one of our advisors. Also, Elliot from Decubate, our advisors. Carlos Roldan, the CEO of Litlab Games, has been our advisor since 2 years ago. So yeah, I think we're covered in the Web3 market too.
I'm pretty sure you are, guys. You have mentioned names of Web2 gamers. So basically, are you trying to convert Web2 gamers into Web3 gaming? Something like that? Like, usually when I interview Web3 games, and they usually try to contact to crypto influencers and bring crypto audience into the gaming. But here I see a little bit different story, where you try to convert Web2 gamers into Web3 gaming. Is it correct?
Exactly. Actually, well, if you know, 99% of the people in the world are Web2 gamers, talking about gaming.
Of course, yeah.
So I think it's a big mistake to just focus on Web3. Actually, you should focus on Web2. Use the Web3 tools. How are we doing this? Well, actually, we have developed a wallet that is already working, that you can actually log into the game only putting your email and your password. What we're doing is, and this is a bit more technical, let's say, is that we're encrypting your private key in your own computer and our computers, our servers, but without having the access to the private key. This access to the private key, you only have it. That is a password. So it's never no more these 12 words. It's like with this password and your email, you will be available to check your wallet. So after that, we are bringing a relay chain connected to the wallet of the users, so they don't have to sign the transactions. So it means we are paying the gas fees for everyone. Everyone is going to be using blockchain and having all the data public in the BNB chain, but we will be paying the gas for them, and we don't have custody of the funds. And we will never ask for a private key or nothing. So they will have a Web2 experience in a Web3 environment. So they will have the possibility of exporting the private key to their MetaMask whenever they want, send the funds and everything, gas-free. And we will not have any kind of way of touching these funds or touching nothing. And actually, this is a new integration that MetaMask has created, I think, a couple of weeks or 3 weeks ago. We were working on that one, so we came to the same point at the same time. So yeah, we are super focused on Web2 users and Web3 users too, and making everything easy.
Yeah, I can see. It sounds like it's not complicated. It's easy, exactly for the people who never had experience with Web3 space.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
great. That's great. All right, Javier. We covered pretty much a lot. And the most important, that everyone should join the IGO date on the 4th of May and try to get a piece of LITT tokens.
Exactly.
Also, don't forget to join the tournament, because the prize pool is huge and no doubt it's going to be so much fun.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
yeah,
It's like this is the key thing, that gaming in Web3 should be funny, should be good and funny. That's all. And this is something we're trying to reach.
Exactly. Yeah, it should be fun for sure. I mean, games are made for this.
Yeah, exactly.
For fun and relaxation. Yeah. All right, Javier, thanks a lot. Thanks for coming for this short AMA, and I will see you around. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you, Lena.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for this exciting and informative conversation with Javier from Litlab Games. I hope you enjoyed learning about the company's history and their future plans of esports and blockchain gaming. Make sure to check out Litlab Games' upcoming projects and initiatives, and stay tuned for more developments in the world of gaming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.